My name is Liana Bautista and I will be presenting the Erickson's theory. The Erickson's theory is essentially outlining the 8 stages that people go through over the course of their lives. So, trust versus mistrust at the age of 12 months from birth to newborn. So, as an infant, I was learning that adults can be trusted, usually dependent on my caregivers, which was, of course, my parents. But at some point, I felt fear and anxiety. I had a sense of distrust with my parents who further did not meet my needs. As I started to develop, I saw the world and people around me as something to fear. Autonomy versus shame and doubt, ages 1 to 3 as a toddler. As a toddler, I started to have more control of my own actions and acted on certain things to see an outcome or result. I would become more independent, choosing the type of toys I wanted and eating the foods that I craved. I was young and my parents thought I didn't have much capabilities and took that opportunity from me, which further on led to me questioning my own capabilities as I tried to explore the world around me. Initiative versus guilt at the ages 3 to 6, which are preschool ages. In school, I was quite the leader myself and took control of most of my actions when socializing with other kids. I had a ton of friends and interacted with many. I made top honor roll and received many awards, upholding my role as a responsible and dedicated child. My parents let me explore and allow me to socialize with those around me, as it brought them and I happiness. They adored and loved that I was able to make friends with kids my age for the very first time. Industry versus inferiority, ages 6 to 12, elementary. At this age, I had a difficult time growing up since my parents struggled a lot, whether it was financially or relationship-wise. I would look to seek what others have and inevitably compare, of course. This resulted in unhappiness and envy. This stage is where my parents were in the process of separating, and at the time I did not understand fully. There was a lot going on at home, and I would go to school to try and distract myself. As time went by, I came to school more late. I woke up with no energy, along with a sense of no purpose. My parents started getting worse with time, and all I wanted to do was just get out of the house. I got in trouble a lot and fell out of place within school and around people. Identity versus role, confusion, ages 12 to 18, adolescent. So as a teenager, I tried to fit in with people I didn't feel accepted by. I had a hard time with my own self-identity along with lacking self-confidence. The lack of love at home led to me wanting it from others around me at school. And since I was the oldest, being independent was all I knew. I had no guidance whatsoever. As I got older, it got worse for me, and I had been going through something at the time, and I felt like I was stuck in a hole. My family was broken, and I didn't know who to turn to in moments like these. I was about 13 to 14 years old in this photo, and I had lost myself and I had no motivation to move forward with my life. This led to bad habits and getting into trouble a lot in school. I fell into this deep cycle of self-loathing and continuous fear. So after a while, everything changed once I started high school. I finally got the help I needed and stayed with my grandparents, which further led to me improving so much more in school and my mental health. As I was getting through high school, I felt a sense of belonging. I had the love I needed and involved myself with many activities in school, which made me feel like myself again after a long time. As time moved on and I was getting closer to graduating, I had realized that I had this strong passion within the healthcare, and I knew what I wanted to do with my life down the line and decided that I wanted to share my love and my kindness. My grandparents gave me a home and love I needed back then, and ever since that day I left my home, I had never felt more at peace than I ever did. Last stage is intimacy versus isolation, which is present early adulthood. As a current young adult with past experiences with love, I have gained a lot of self-reflecting, and with that, I was able to maintain relationships with those around me. I am still very young to determine whether or not I have found the one for me. As I continue this journey, I am currently in a relationship that I will hope will further continue. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.